Let's go.
Let's go. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy day after Memorial Day to my American friends. Josh Ingles, Derek Carty, MLB Prop Picks powered by The Bat. Good to see everybody here this morning. Let's have a week, says Derek. Numbers are in 44, 67, plus 5.8 units, 5.6% ROI. On the Derek's drops on the year, we're adding home runs now for a quarter unit. Started it last week. Got a couple going today. Some numbers are moving already. 1-2 pitcher props off the top. Good morning to you, sir. Derek, how we doing, pal?
Doing well. You know, it's, like you said, we've been doing well so far this year, but I'm ready for like the takeoff, ready for like a few of those big explosion days. So it'd be nice if we can get one of those this week.
I was looking at, there's lots of topic on, lots of Discord on betting Aaron Judge home runs about it's profitable.
No.
It's tough. I think you're seeing plus 140 prices for Aaron Judge. He's hitting home runs. Hitting home runs at 33% is insane. That's plus 200 to break even.
Yeah. No, it's just, I'd be curious to actually see if he's been profitable this year. I bet he hasn't even been, but certainly not going forward.
No, he's minus 9 units the third way through the season already.
There you go. Don't bet Aaron Judge home runs.
No, there was just a conversation of people just hate that for shows that the public wants Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani home runs being released, but you're like, okay, probably not.
My friend Grant on Twitter he posted like he gets the weirdest like trolls. It's like people are like, why don't you ever post Judge and Ohtani home runs? Maybe it was like a derivative off of that tweet, but it's like because you don't bet those if you want to win money. That's why.
It might be the same guy. And someone saying it was profitable, but someone was taking the average odds of his home run, which that's not how it works out.
Yeah.
Because there could be outliers in price, especially at that lower end of the number where you could have like 1 plus 360 that skews everything.
Yeah.
Chris McCauley, bet Isbell home run again yesterday. No dice.
That's all right. It's going to come. You're going to lose a whole bunch of Isbell, and then you're going to get one, and it's going
to then get off, right? Like that's the other idea. Like, do you stay on it?
I still think he's a plus EV one. I've hit him a couple times the last few days too. Just make sure. I mean, we're doing quarter unit tracking for a guy like that where you're getting like plus 2,000 odds. Maybe you reduce that if you want to limit your variance. A tenth of a unit or something. For tracking, we'll keep doing a quarter, but in reality, maybe you reduce that a little for a guy who is really only going to hit a home run like, once every, 20 days or so.
Nice. Rockies continue to kill the books because as I say it every time, the books are like, they can't be this bad. They can't lose the minus 300 on the money line. Starting to get my bets, opposing pitcher to record the win versus Colorado, starting to get those reviewed. So that's never a good sign.
You don't love seeing those reviewed.
No, you don't, because I think today we're getting who's going for the Cubs? What's the young guy's name?
Horton.
Yeah, Horton's going. He's got an out total of 17.5, and he's even money to record the win.
Yeah.
Versus Germain Marquez in a game where they're probably minus 350 again. Sigh, but yeah, it's still there. Yesterday was a very sweaty one with Jameson Talon. Let's go. Projections. Head over to covers.com. Head over to MLB prop projections. Sort by game, sort by market. Shop around. Literally the easiest and most important thing you can do. I say that, and it's actually a very hard thing to do. It's a very hard thing to do. Release procedure. I'll tell you the book. I'll tell you the game. I'll tell you the market. I'll tell you the player. Let me know where this is going. Let me see where you're going. Let's have it. but I know we always say it's always good to have outs. It is always good to have outs, and it's real, but it is difficult. Honestly, it is difficult to have multiple accounts going, tracking multiple accounts, knowing where you bet. Sometimes you bet that twice. Sometimes you think you bet that, but you didn't. When you add more books, you add some other situations that can go awry. I understand. It's nice to say. It's the easiest thing to do. It's not, but it's important. Let's go. Bet Rivers. Bet Rivers and our other ones here. Let me look at what we got for some other markets. This is an interesting one because there's a price flip on this prop.
Yeah.
We're seeing where am I at these other books? FanDuel has a number. ESPN has this number. Rivers hopefully has this number, but you might have to wait to see the flip. But let's get it going out here. We are Dodgers, Guardians, pitcher strikeouts, and we're going Dustin May under 4.5 strikeouts, 120. I know not a lot. I know a lot of you guys who've been here since beginning. The posts are coming. I can get 35 cents down.
Yeah,
I know.
So May right now
has waiting for the 5.5 to flip, right, Derek? Basically, if you can't get this at 120.
Yeah. Or even the 5.5s, I don't mind right now. I don't love them, but if you can get the 5.5, I think 365 had it at like minus 145. I think DK had it minus 155. If you can get it around there, I'm fine with the 5.5 too. But this 4.5
minus 145 at 365. Sorry, Derek. That's
I think it was minus 140. I think it was minus 145, something like that. So that's pretty comparable value to this. I like the 4.5 a little more, but the 5.5s are fine if that's what you have access to now. Or you can wait for a flip. You know, you might even get a plus 130 or something when one of these books flips. Michael Zimmerman's asking in chat, are we missing something with May? The bat has been projecting under for him frequently, and he's been going over. Basically, what we're dealing with May here is his strikeout rate is like one of the highest it's ever been, but I don't understand why. You look at his velocity, you look at his stuff plus, and it's like, oh my God, this guy is terrible this year. You look at his stuff plus numbers from the last 4 or 5 seasons. It goes from 119, where 100 is average. If everyone doesn't know stuff plus, 100 is average. Above it is really good. So 119, 133, 118, 117, and then this year it's 97. He goes from throwing 98, 99 to averaging 95 on his fastball this year. Like, theoretically, this is a way different pitcher and a way worse pitcher. And he's striking guys out somehow, but the bat is not buying it. So I mean, it's possible, velocity is not everything. Stuff plus can certainly miss some things. But everything I'm seeing, I don't see him as this strikeout per inning guy. The bat sees him as like a 7.5K per inning guy going forward. Again, possible we're missing something, but this is what I'm seeing with him. I'm willing to bet that he's going to regress.
Interesting. And you see the market. So here's a tough thing for you. When your numbers are so influential to the market, how can you judge the market move, right? Like from the 5 to the 4.5, where you're like, I'm on the right side, but it's because of my numbers.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the
it's a very unique situation with that very small sample to figure that out.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to see the move. You can't put too much stock into it because first it's props, and second, my projections are going to be driving that to an extent. So I mean, it is what it is. Today, we also have the luxury of a good matchup facing a low K Cleveland team. And so, with any luck, today we're going to start seeing the Dustin May regression.
Plus money. Let's go. Heading over to pick number 2. We are going pitcher prop. Let's go Bet365, Pittsburgh, Arizona. Let's see where these other markets are. We got, where are you? DraftKings 10 points off. Caesars 10 points off. Kind of in that park. 5-2. Got it. All right. Let's go Pittsburgh, Arizona. Let's go pitcher walks. Let's go Michael Burrows under 1.5 walks plus 150 here at 365. Like I said, 140 at DraftKings. I think it was 139 at Caesars. That Caesars number is going to go pretty quickly. I would think your projection here for Burrows, who threw his first game, 77 pitches. Not sure he'll get much further than that. They kind of said, okay, you can start again. Was Burrows the one that got called up instead of the other good pitcher in Pittsburgh, who they might be? Like
Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh has a bunch of good guys that could come up, and they called up Burrows, who I mean is certainly not one of their top prospect type guys, but he does have decent enough control. We're getting a big number on this. The bat is projecting. Let's see what's the number on him. 1.52. So basically a coin flip that we're getting at plus 150. So we'll take that, and we hope it lands on heads.
When you see that, so if I'm looking at that and I see your projection of like 1.5, and this was always the mistake I made earlier, 1.5 is still better than 50% because you can only go so low. Like you can't go below 0, right? So
right,
talking about standard deviation, it's better than 50%. I know not everybody can. I just think the coin toss is always a good benchmark of where you go on this play, whether you want to get plus money or not.
Yeah.
1.5 is probably 55% probable.
Yeah, I think 54% is the projection here. Yeah. So
okay.
So that's about what we're looking at. So it's good value. You know, you hit enough of these over the course of the year, you wind up, winning half and losing half, and you come out profitable. That's how betting works.
Yeah. And one thing I have noticed in the market that these plus 150s don't exist as much as they used to.
No, last year we were getting a bunch of these, and I feel like not as many this year.
Seems like they're happy to put the 2.5 minus 200 out before they put the 1.5 plus 150.
They really are. And for good reason. I mean, I'd much rather have the 1.5.
Yeah. Yahtzee saying the deep V neck brothers this morning. Yes, Derek goes no shirt underneath. I'm self-conscious. I'm going shirt. That's the man with the mustache. Appreciate that. So Burrows under 1.5 walks allowed, and it was Bubba who was supposed to get the call. Are they ever going to are they going to trade Paul Skeens?
I mean,
like if you had to set a percentage on it or a price, like where.
I think we'd have to need a time frame too. Like, will they trade
in his career for Pittsburgh? Better is he going to get traded better, like at higher than a 50% rate? I would say yes. No,
I would say yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to be difficult to be a Pirates fan.
Yeah.
Just seeing it already. All right. I'm guessing that FG has a sweeper from 2023 and a curve that. Oh, Milo. But at least a lot less Swiss. He's referring to the sweeper versus curveball from our friend Dustin May, who's also had to come back from injuries and not being able to pitch forever. It's a situation.
Yeah.
With him, sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Yankees Angels.
He hasn't pitched in the majors since 2023 before this year. So it would make sense if he's not the same guy. He's older and gone through injuries.
Michael Zimmerman says it's very difficult to be a Pirates fan. All right, home runs. Man, Taylor Ward has hit the ball well. Taylor Ward has 15 home runs? Where did that come from? Taylor Ward. 15.
I mean, he's been on fire the last couple of weeks. But yeah, Taylor Ward was like a Bad X darling. Like if you did season-long fantasy this year, you have Taylor Ward on your team, which is
I'm happy to hear that. But 15's nuts. So's our next guy, Trent Grisham. Plus 500, 12. 12 on the year. Who's he facing? Facing Anderson today. Projected to hit where? Top of the order today?
Yeah. I mean, he pretty much hits at the top of order every day now. Against a lefty, it's usually second. But, he'll presumably be up there first or second. Facing a lefty today we have Tyler Anderson. So lefty, we've been seeing these kind of odds on Grisham homers. I'm cool taking it because he hits at the top of the order. He's in a good park. And Tyler Anderson's a reverse splits lefty, fly ball guy, can give up home runs. And Grisham this year has just been so good. And it's not just surface numbers. Like all his StatCast stuff is like way up this year. The BATX is very much buying into Grisham's power in general.
Just bringing up his card right now. He's only 28 years old. I thought Trent Grisham, he's only 28 years old.
I figured he was over 30 by now. Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was a seasoned vet. He's just in his prime. Is that still a thing? Prime at 28?
Prime? Yeah, that's prime.
Yeah, right. Once you get out of baseball fantasy, you just lose all the reading, so much reading with fantasy. Who's worse in your mentions? Fantasy people or betting people?
Fantasy people.
You didn't have to think about that.
Yeah, no, betting people for the most part are like, I mean, I feel like we cater to a smart audience. Like people kind of understand what variance is, and we're not going to win every bet. It's a long game kind of stuff. But some of the fantasy people are just like, they just don't get it, which is fine. But you try to help people.
No, your buddy Zach. Is that the same Zach guy? You know the guy you're arguing with yesterday, Zach?
Oh yeah. Same.
That's not the Zach guy from Toronto who sits behind the plate. That's not that same guy, is it?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
No, there's another one of those big fantasy guys that is just an absolute troll. You know who I'm talking about, so it probably isn't that guy. Let's roll on. We got Trent Grisham in the books. Jays. We're going Toronto. We're going home runs. We're going Texas. Did I hear that correct? How many strikeouts did DeGrom have yesterday? Did he go 0?
0.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah. First time in his career, I think I saw.
Vladdy, home run. 650. Let me know where the other best prices are going to be similar. 650 is getting up there. I don't know if we've seen a 700 on the Vladdy side, but I thought 6 was the most, but 650 is there versus Eovaldi.
Yeah, I've seen 650 before. I don't think I've seen 7. But I'll take the 650. We've talked about Vlad before. Numbers this year, surface numbers are down. All his underlying stuff is still good or better. We've started to see him come alive a little bit lately. We bet him last week. I think he hit one that day. We're still just getting really good numbers on a guy who I don't think we should be getting these kind of numbers on. He's just a better hitter than a 650 hitter.
Why no batter props on Milwaukee 365? They must be adjusting something. What's the matchup there? That's from Darren Folks in the chat there. Milwaukee is because it's TBD. Boston's TBD guy. That's why you're not getting anything, because they don't know who the pitching matchup is.
Yeah, it's looking well. When that gets announced, there's something I'm looking for in that game, depending on who gets announced as the pitcher.
What was the last one you hit there? The mini ladder one. Who was that last week? We got the first rung, but
was that Brant Herter?
Yes, that was Herter. Correct.
It was. Which another one where I think the handicap was right. Like he went 3 innings, just didn't get enough strikeouts, but we hit the main rung at least.
Yes, that's obviously the most important thing.
Yeah.
But that the people are like, oh, you lose. You're like, but it was still profitable if you bet it the way you told them to. Like,
yeah, no, it was still
75 total, 0.75 units for the other 2 rungs, 1 for the plus money.
Yeah.
Okay, we're there. Producer Mick, can you bring up? Yes. Let's get this out, and then I just want to go. We'll just go take a look at the judge stuff and just talk through it.
Yeah, we should look at it and talk
let's
about
go.
it.
Reds Royals. We caught him. We caught producer Mick napping. Let's go. Moving on. Hits. Cincinnati. Kansas City. Brady Singer needs some strikeouts in this game. I had Nick Martinez yesterday for over 3.5 at plus money. He went 21 outs. He struck out 2 dang batters.
Could we check MGM, Mick? I think they had the 10 points better before, at least.
MGM. Who's going for the Royals today? Lynch. That was Lynch have a 1.57 ERA. Home run. Oh, sorry. Hits. Or total bases. Interesting. Go to batter total bases on the right there. Mick, top right at the top.
Oh, yeah, or hits. They're both there. I mean, it'll be...
Oh, yeah.
Move there, too. Son of a biscuit.
Even money. Anything other than even money out there right now?
I think Hard Rock had it, but I know we can't go there. So we can still take the even money, I think.
Okay.
Let me just double check if there's anything. DK might be 105. We'll just take it here. This is fine.
Okay. Connor Joe. Hitless. Even money. Before we went on live air, I think we said 3 teams before we settled on which team is Connor Joe on before Derek piped in. San Diego? No. Colorado still? No. DK is even money. Thank you very much. Milo. Yes, Connor Joe, hitless, even money. Do we have pinch hit risk here? Do we have bottom third order stuff? What's the look here?
Yeah, so theoretically, we have some pinch hit risk here. The bat has him projected with a 58% pinch hit risk. Part of that's going to be based on, obviously, he was with the Padres. He's, we couldn't figure out what team he was on now, but he's on the Reds. The Reds like to pinch hit too, so I would imagine this is still going to be a pretty high pinch hit risk for him. Facing Daniel Lynch, who used to be a real starter, but is more of a reliever this year. And if you look, he made a start about a week ago. Let me pull it up. And he only threw 40 pitches. Even though he made that spot start, it was really not a real start. He threw 3 days ago and he threw 21 pitches. So chances are he's not going very deep here. 2 of their lefties have thrown in the last couple of, 2 of their lefty relievers have thrown in the last couple of days. So good chance we see a righty come in after Lynch is gone, and Lynch could be gone early. There is some chance we see one Connor Joe plate appearance here today. The bat's projecting about 2.5 on average, but 1 is a possibility. Extreme pitchers umpire. Connor Joe, not very good, obviously, as you can imagine, by bouncing between teams. So we will take this at even money and hope for the pinch hit. If we're lucky, hope for the pinch hit after 1 at bat.
All right, producer Mick, go back to that Yankees game. Let's go. 150.
That is so just don't bet that.
Go to home run milestones. It should be home runs there underneath it.
Gonna be 2+ home runs at plus 300 or something.
What?
Even
No, it's plus 800.
Right.
So last year I did the math. He only had 5 multi-home run games last year of 158. You would need, my tweet said you'd need odds of 30-1 to win 2 units over a 7-month stretch at that number for multiple home runs, and he's plus 800 today.
No, the bat projects judge for a 30% chance of a home run today, which is massive.
That's what he did last year, right? But that's plus 200 is your buy point.
I know, and you can't do this. There's actually, the bat is actually showing a little bit of value on the under. Please do not bet over Aaron Judge home runs.
Plus 200 is your break-even point, not your buy point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, need Jingles to do the math for Isbell 2+ as well. So Isbell's probably a 1 in, let's say
he's usually a 7% guy.
You get 1. If you're lucky, you get 1 in 150 games. So 1 at 150 games, you're going to need, you want more than 150 to 1. That's for sure. What were we? I think that's what it is though. Sorry, producer Mick. Jump over to Kansas City for 1 second. I know we got hockey in 10 minutes, and I should certainly get prepared for that. But Kansas City, Cincinnati game. It's got to be better. It's got but you're going to get like plus 150. You're going to get plus 200. Right? That's going to be all right. Yeah, player props, second home run market there. He'll be right at the bottom, bud. He's right at the bottom. No, that's for 3. He'll never hit 3. So there it is, 155 games. That's your break. You need him to do it twice in a year to be prop. Once is a wash. You hit him once, you hit that market every day all year. He hits it once, you're breaking even, and then oh God. That just shows you like what it is. Like 2+ home runs might be the worst market that exists.
Yeah, the chances of it are just so low. You really just need crazy odds for it to be a thing.
Yeah, no, that's not even round robin territory there. Get out of here. Get out of there. Might as well just play the 2 RBI. Might as well you probably have a better chance at the 3 RBI market as opposed to the
I would think
1,700. So. Oh, look at there. There's a Mello chopping around, getting that plus 1,700. See, there's the difference. If Kyle Isbell hits 1 multi-home run game, you're profitable at that price on the season. Yes, I know that number is for 1. No. Was that 1? Oh, it wasn't for 2. Chris McCauley. That's how big that number was, and I can't count to a 0. So he's 1,700. Okay, that's the issue. So he's 170 to 1. But basically, that would have been it. There's 1,500 for 1, and he's probably 150 for 2.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
The Royals barely score above 4. I don't understand the Royals offense. I don't understand the Royals offense. I don't understand the Astros offense. We're game 53 here, Derek. Or is it safe to say that Kansas City's just not a very good offense this year?
I mean, were we really expecting them to be?
I don't know. I don't know.
They're
really thought maybe Vinny back would help, but maybe not.
Average, below average. I don't think they're any better than average.
Yeah, I think we just get hyped up with big name players being 1 of 9 in an order and think that they can turn things over.
Bobby Witt's amazing. Vinny's okay. Salvi's pretty good, and everyone else is.
Is Salvi good?
He's above
average. Okay, I get it, but I don't know how that giant human being can sit there and catch and still play baseball that many games of the year. Literally the hardest thing. Okay, I gotta get ready for hockey. I appreciate it. That's what we got. We got Dustin May. The regression starts today. Mike Burrows, give me 75 pitches and out. See you later. Trent Grisham at the top of the order. Vlad at a big number at 650. And Connor Joe lost 10 points. Still there. Need pinch hit risk. Derek's at about 58%. That's what we got rolling on a Tuesday. Appreciate everybody there in the chat. As always, you guys make this show a lot easier. Keep it coming. Back tomorrow, 9:15. Josh Ingles, Derek Carty, MLB Prop Picks Show, powered by The Bat. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care.